morning. I swear a lot.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Library of Ruina. Today, the floor of art, and I've made builds. I definitely did do that. Yeah, no, that is a thing I've done, it's just, well, you'll see. Let's start with Netzik, shall we? Netzik is using Elena's page, which has speed 3, Nuovo Fabric, and Blood Fiendish, but I've given him Grit, Mirage, Haboob, Force Field, and Mind Hauler. We're going high defense on this one. Insane durability attempt, anyway, but with a caveat as well, because his cards are two energy cycles, 2 harps, 2 ready ups, Will of the City, Duel, and Beer Arms. So, the idea behind Netzik. This one was also inspired by a comment, because I like the idea behind it, and they'll know who they are. But the focus, of course, being on the fearlessness to keep on living. So Netzik's flaw in LobCorp was about healing and not dying, right? And he himself went through a lot of things that should have killed him, and then eventually did kill him, as it were. But a lot of his story, as it were, and his experiences have been him trying, just sort of muddling through. Like, but prior to his core suppression, obviously, he's like, fuck it, I don't even care anymore. But post-core suppression, it's making an attempt to keep pushing forward, as it were, among other things. But I decided to try and emblemize this, or portray this, as it were, through these passives, which involve reducing damage and healing on hit, Harp, which would provide extra protection on hit, Energy Cycle, which provides charge and restores light on hit, Ready Up, which, you know, protects everyone, Duel as a mass attack clasher, that's literally why, and Beer On to draw more pages. The idea behind Netzik is he's almost never going to clash. Like, almost never, unless he's needed to block a dangerous attack. He's pretty much not gonna clash. He is going to be focusing on getting one-sided attacks. Now, obviously, this is bad for his emotion level. That is a factor. I'm hoping that clashing from the counter die on Duel and Be'an might help with that a bit, but he is going to have to clash eventually, especially since, at the very least for the first attempt, we are going to be going up against the Reverberation Distorted Ensemble, and there are so many attacks going out there that he's probably going to need to get involved. But I imagine one of them will at least target him, maybe even 2, and he will provide his aggro value, as it were, by taking up 2 attacks, and he will be so durable that he can kind of deal with it. Harp, once again, is to provide himself with protection, and thanks to Mind Hauler and Blood Fiendish, he'll be healing himself in both regards. And also, Blood Fiendish will give him a little extra strength, so he will do a little bit more damage. But the combat style did kind of want to play into the fearlessness to keep on living and the idea of, like, just plowing forwards regardless what's coming at you, you know? Tentative small steps forward, but still steps forward, in that he's literally going to be swung at and hit and shit, and he's not going to care. He'll have a target who he'll go for. His weakness, of course, will be enemy counter die, so he needs to target people who quite simply don't have counter die. It could work, it could also be shit, I don't know, but him using Ready Up to protect the team will also help quite a bit. And now we move on to Caroline, whom I have built in a certain manner. She has Mio's page, which comes with speed, triple R suit, rabbit augmentation, compressed charge, stimulated muscle force, sufficient ammo, and Mio's prowess, and I've given her the commander, bionic charge, synchronized hull, and battle ready. So, speed and charge with commander thrown in there, right? And not using Myongest because it's too fucking easy. As for cards, to graze the grass, high kick, dagger press, concentrated fire, will of the city, forceful gesture, concentration, and overspeed. I'm not entirely sure about overspeed, but we'll see. I'm not sure about overspeed, I gotta be honest, but just because it's a bit expensive, but then it's a bit expensive actually is the problem. But with battle ready, I don't think she'll be stuck for cards to use. So obviously, accumulate charge, there's some draw, that gains haste and inflicts bind. That benefits from high speed. Obviously, light and draw, gain charge. I think I would like to get rid of overspeed for something else speedy. Then again, it's if speed is higher than the targets, you don't even have to be fast, you just have to be faster than your target. And plus 6, I mean 9 to 13, 9 to 12, 9 to 12, and then that's not even considering, like, you know, Mio's prowess, which could do quite a lot. I'll leave it as is. But yeah, the idea was speed. Lots of speed. High speed stuff. There's also a lot of pierce here, which goes well with this floor. But I kind of like the idea of her sort of being, you know, we've got Netzik here, who's a fucking slouch, and then we've got Caroline, who's like a forward fucking battle commander. Like, she picks up the slack that Netzik drops, which is to say, all of it. She basically runs this floor. So she's very hyperactive and, you know, goes for it. And I'm thinking that'll come across well in this build, and also it will synergize well with another build, which we'll see in a moment. But I reckon this will be alright. May be lacking in power in some cases. Some of it does come down to luck, because this is very speed focused, right? And if she's just not rolling high on her die, then she's not going to do well until later on when she gets charged and loses health to start increasing her speed, at which point it might be too late. Who knows, but at the very least, she will also gain protection when her charge gets up, which will make her harder to kill. And of course, she'll be providing everyone else with strength and endurance, one each, which might make a difference. It's a thought, it's an idea, we'll see. Next up is Artorias, which funny enough leans into exactly what I was just talking about, but we'll get there. Artorias is using Alan's page, which of course has speed 3, mercy, stiletto, and chink in one's armor, but I've also given him jolting puncture, wedge, locks potential, and breaking pressure. So this is, well, I'll tell you the cards first. Frontal assault, brace up, multi-slash, dagger press, feint, seize your chance, will the prescript, prod the weakness, and stiletto. Speed altering, pierce-based singleton deck. So, I previously, in the last episode, said about Artorias, like, oh yeah, Artorias would probably be more like Shikan in terms of fighting style, you know? Inflict bleed on self to inflict bleed on others. But I looked at it, and I thought about it, and I was like, this is not going to work. It's just not gonna work. Not at this high level, right? It just won't work. Shikan's pages aren't strong enough. The benefit that he gives to power for bleed, yes, can stack in a major way, but there are already a lot of status effects going out as well, which means Artorias is going to melt. If I went for the bleed idea, not only is he going to melt, but he will melt before he can get anything really done. Like, yeah, we could have played it in such a way where, oh, you know, throw out, like, want to taste this chain or whatever, as, like, one-sided attacks and stuff, but we already have a character who's doing one-sided attacks, and having multiple I don't think would work very well. Plus, we're going to need something better than want to taste this chain, because that's just one bleed, which is not enough to really get Shikan's effects going, so we need, like, not even flank attack. Or you're soft, we just need bigger shit than that, and maybe he'd have to clash with Greta consistently. And I thought, nah, go for a character who is very aggressive, works well with Caroline, so they've got a bit of synergy going, and kind of leans into, like, you know, the pointy limbs coming out of his back and stabbing people and stuff, and then kind of lean into speed as well. It will go well with the Abno pages of the floor, of course, because this floor likes pierce attacks, and there is a lot of pierce here. It is mostly pierce, so of course I should not use feint for clashing, because that first eye is going to do crap. Yeah, at base value it'll be 0 to 5, so oh boy. At least when Locks Potential and Caroline's Commander comes in, it'll be a little bit better. But Feint is not going to be a clasher at all. Like, even slightly. It's going to be basically everything else. But I think this can work well. Artorias makes sure they're slow. Caroline capitalizes on that. And if they happen to have, one of them happens to have a lot of binds, then Stiletto will do quite a bit of damage and also inflict bind to keep slowing them down so that Caroline can keep benefiting from increased power against slower targets. It's an idea. Next one's a bit, well, we'll see. It's Mio Merrywhite. I miss her very much. I missed her very much even. She's back now. Using Kalo's page with speed 3, ammo supply, the boss's order, and 3-fold tenacity. She also has singular strike, stiletto, and heavy-hearted forte. So this is basically a singular strike pierce build. We've done this recently even. Wait, did I make this? I accidentally made this singleton. I didn't even mean to. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Nah, but she's got brace up, mend weapon, which it occurs to me will actually be incredibly useful for her. Taste test, it's not singleton, it's almost singleton. 2 taste test, shoving stab, gale kick, going for the bullseye as a bit of a fun Hail Mary, laceration, and celestial spear. So of course laceration is mass attack defense, goes without saying. Got a decent amount of card draw. That gets light back, these both get light back. Celestial Spear has card draw and also hits like a truck. Going for the bullseye is a big high damage attack that will be performed at the start of the turn if no one's using a mass attack, so it can be used to wipe something out straight away. Also good contention for tackle mount, just in case. But I wanted her to be a fairly aggressive fighter who kind of waits for the perfect shot, as it were. Kind of leaning into an idea I came up with ages and ages ago, which was the singular strike sniper build. Now, of course, she's going to be getting a lot of ammo, so she's always going to have something to use. Maybe not necessarily something great, but she will have ammo. The only downside here, I'd say, is we're not using any cards that actually use ammo. So the ammo's value will only be in being used as just singular shots, as it were, which can be good if we're running out of cards, for instance. I don't know, we'll see. But if I am going to do that, then I might want to reevaluate the card draw ever so slightly, maybe get rid of Brace Up or something. I don't know. But that's the idea for Mio. Now, May, I'm going to go with May. May is an interesting one. They're using Oswald's page. This will be quite similar to Eva. Speed 3, Nuevo Fabric and Splendid Performance, but they've also got Lock Potential, Easy Breather, Madness, Grit, and Keeping in Stride. The cards in question are Forward March, Brace Up, Feint, Great Swing, Confrontation, Hard Rehearsal, Sturdy Defense, Double-Edged Ren Counter, and Unyielding Strike. So, all of the realistic offensive options have 3 different die on them. Every single one. These 2 don't, but everything else does. So Oswald is going to be a bit of a wild card and completely unpredictable. In my mind, he works with those 4 like tentacled limbs, but they're not like extensions of his body, as it were. It's not like they're limbs. It's more like he gives them orders and they kind of follow it, but it gets a little bit messy sometimes. But on the other hand, you are fighting someone with 4 different limbs, and that's hard to deal with, and that gives him a lot of his strength. But I think this also leans into Madness, where it's like sometimes this doesn't quite work out for him. But he can hit well, he can block well, there's a lot going on there. Easygoing Breather felt necessary for this many expensive cards, but he's very well set up for dealing with mass attacks. They're not going to be much of a problem for him. I guess like Tackle Mount and a lot of Eileen's attacks might be a bit of a problem for him, but we have characters who can deal with that, so I'm not worried. The big question is simply whether or not this will work. I think it has potential. I don't think it'll be as good as Eva, because Eva, despite me describing it as like, we're going a little bit crazy on this one, this is crazier and less focused. Eva actually had some grounding to it. It was actually, I would say, maybe partially intelligently thought out, and this ain't. Well, I did try to think out, but it's not the smartest thing I've come up with. And his biggest weakness is going to be when he runs out of emotion levels. Because, boy, trying to fund any of these is going to be difficult, but we'll see. So, we're going to give the Reverberation a try, the Ensemble. But I might try and fight someone else this time after fighting this. It depends how it goes, really. If the build is an absolute disaster, then this is the best place to test it. But I would like to try and spread it out a bit. Maybe even if we just fight Roland again, because that's always fun. Whoa, mate, you rolled fucking high on your speed. Look at that. Not what I was expecting, but alright. So, Caroline, you have options, but I want you to pick on people slower than you, and you can do that, with May's help perhaps. Problem is, May is also being targeted by Blazing Strike. The good news is Netzik is absolutely being targeted, which is precisely what we wanted. Someone did mention, in the last one, and I agree, that Pillip should be a priority, because Pillip keeps living and causing problems, and inflicting burn, and doing lots of damage, so we need to kill him. And that will be Netzik's job this turn, I think. Not gaining any charge yet, which is unfortunate. So I guess just, do basic shit. At least Netzik's turns are going to be easy. Swing at people. And in this case, swing at Pillip. I think I've noticed a problem with Caroline immediately, and that's that she doesn't have enough charge cards. I reckon replacing Overspeed with Concentration would be a good shout, but we can't do that right now, so fuck it. I reckon Forceful Gesture would give Pillip something to think about. Although I imagine the first die will probably fail. And the second one will probably fail because I'm just unlucky like that. Of course, first turn May got fucking fragile. Yeah, obviously. I'm thinking maybe if Double-Edged Ren Counter, right, first die defeats their Pillip's evade die, then the next die will gain +3 max value. Combined with Splendid Performance, that might be enough. It doesn't look like Caroline's going to get to attack slower targets this turn because she's being attacked by fast targets, which is fucking typical, and honestly, was kind of expecting it. That would at least provide speed, and the last attack will apply bind, so it all works out. Artorias, we need your help. We do. Well, let's tackle Mount on Netzik, and Netzik's going to have to be fine with it. Because that's his whole fucking job. Slow him down. Do the thing that you do. Do the do. Frontal Assault, good luck. Let's see how it goes. Okay, well, you slowed her down. Yeah, get fucked, Wound of Sorrow. And we did some damage. That didn't go great, but you know, it's whatever. Nah, that didn't work. No, that didn't work very well at all. Staggered him a bit, but... that didn't work. That did. It's good and bad, honestly. I'm sorry, Netzik. It's not a good turn for you. But he'll be okay. This is his whole job. This is the thing he's supposed to be doing. That was fully successful. That worked out. That was brilliant. Okay, yeah, we got some things out of that. That went all right in the grand scheme of things. Some of their speeds have started going down. That's brilliant. Restrain, I want to start beating properly because I'm getting pissed off with how much we don't beat that. It always seems to get something out. Wound of Sorrows are scary. As we can see, despite taking a tackle mount and many other attacks last turn, Netzik is doing absolutely fine. So I'm really going to have him keep going. Because why the fuck not? I think he needs more charge cards as well, because he just hasn't got them. Fuck it, do 2 ready-ups. I know it's not the best idea, but Netzik's fighting style is going to be very laissez-faire. Just do whatever. Menacing Noise. I reckon it'll be May's job to deal with the musicians this turn. On account of the fact that they have 2 1s and he has 2 2s, so... by logical definition, this is the way to go, isn't it? He still has 5 fragile, which upsets me. Well, what are you gonna do? Also, card draw might be an issue for May, because he's not fucking drawing anything. Use Hard Rehearsal on that, because it doesn't... you won't get negatively affected if that fails, and then hit that. And then finally, you, Artorias, can kind of just do whatever you... although I say that. Okay, yeah, that's targeting Netzik, so that's fine. Okay, so you just need to deal with these 2, which you can totally do. That's absolutely a thing you can do. I dare say you can do it. You need to get more cards, young man. There's a serious problem for you. Let's see how this goes. That went fine, I guess. Could have gone better. Perfectly fine. Marvelous. Get fucked. Oh, come on. Just can't win with that. I will never beat that card, not once. That worked out, so that's fine. Get a little bit of stuff back. Yeah. At least you hurt him. That went better than I could have dreamed. Alright, nice job. Good. Good. Big hits. The musicians are almost staggered, in fact. So, this will be important. Which ones of these we pick? I say give Artorias Tentacles. For that extra Pierce. Stagger. Shit. It's good for Pierce. You're doing your mass attack this turn. I wish you weren't, but you are. Fortunately, May does have Confrontation, which may save him. I don't know. His card draw is a serious problem, though. Oh, I need to work on that. Taste test will be fine enough for that. You're being mass attacked, and you have to use Confrontation for this, or you'll die. You're the only one fast enough to contest Wound of Sorrow, so you're gonna have to try. It will give everyone else protection, so that is helpful. Ah, he's gaining haste from his madness now. Nice change. Finally, something good. 4 is actually too slow to intercept anything, so just go for Pillar. We might end up taking hits. It is what it is. I reckon Overspeed is your best bet for mass attack contention. The problem is I think I had Concentration as like the main source of charge, and also as mass attack contention, and that probably wasn't very realistic. You're in no way faster than Greta, which sucks. Even though that might suck, that will get the charge necessary to start getting bonuses next turn, so I think it's worth it. 3 is still not fast enough to contest anything. Who's that going for? Hang on. Well, give it a try. You get big bonuses on this. Some. Actually, no, you don't. You don't get any bonuses on that because you're on 3. Ah, that's the problem. Ah, fuck. And Pillip is gaining strength as well, so that's actually 15 to 21, which makes me fucking miserable. Some of these guys are gonna fail the mass attack, I can tell. I can just feel it. At the very least, not Artorias. And now this can be redirected. You're not gonna beat Blazing Strike, but you can fucking try. This turn's gonna blow. Oh my god, everyone passed? I don't fucking believe it. He finally rolled badly on that. I'm so happy. That could have gone a lot worse, to be honest. That went well, weirdly. That's fine. That did what it needed to. That didn't. Good. That's not unexpected. Yeah, that's about right. Once we stagger him, which will be soon. Oh boy, is he gonna get it? That went fine, I suppose. Big hit. Big hit. Okay, right. Well, we're doing better than we usually are at this point. Fuck it, Echoes from the Beyond. There we go. Oh yeah, we stagger the musicians. Oh, we should lean in on that. The sooner we can kill them, the happier we'll be. Well, Caroline went from very slow to absurdly fast, so this pleases me. Yeah, this pleases me. And now everyone's gaining strength and endurance, which also pleases me. This means we have something we can work with. Also, May got there. Oh god, but May only has one card. Yeah. Yeah, it is a problem, isn't it? You're gonna have to use that one braced up to great effect, my friend. The extra strength bonus and the singular strike and the pierce bonus. Surely. Hang on, let me actually fucking science this for a moment. So you, alright. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Yeah. Fourth scene, I think we're on the fourth scene, so all offensive die, gain 1 power. So that's 1, so that's 4 to 9, 6 to 11, 8 to 13. Plus that 1 strength, that's 9 to 14 on taste test. And he's gaining +1, so theoretically, this should be fine. But whenever I theoreticize something, it usually doesn't go well, so, Mend weapon will deal with that, and you're not really well suited to dealing with that, are you? Shoot the musician. Just give him a quick pat with the gun. You're gaining strength, this is good. You're also losing strength, so it's as if you never gained strength in the first place. Fuck my life. I really want to beat Restrain. I want to beat it. Like, for real, though. And I will. And I will. High kick that. That'll be sorted. Okay, Blazing Strike is a problem. You seize your chance on that. You'll probably do alright, probably not. I don't know. It'll be fine. No one's targeting Netzik this turn, and, well, he's not actually, you know, really up to much this turn. I guess a bit on will be useful. Yeah, use it to block something. Block that. That is literally you doing your job. Energy cycle on the musicians. I have the play. I absolutely have the play. All this clashing against Pillip, pointless. Well, that wasn't pointless. Hang on. Wait a minute. Let's calm down for a moment. Well, whatever. All this clashing against Pillip, pointless. You know why? I'll fucking tell you why. I'll absolutely tell you why. I'll fucking tell you why. It's time for the bullseye. Only thing we need to do, this is literally all we need to do. Mio will take care of Pillip. She'll shoot him, and then if he's still, for some reason, not staggered, Taste Test will take care of Wound of Sorrow, and then he'll be staggered and he'll be out of our hair. For a bit. You know, not the entire battle, that'd be a bit much, but for the next, like, 2 seconds, he'll be out of our hair. Alright, contrary to my previous predictions, I actually think this will be a good turn. It could have been worse. I'll take it, it's fine. Here we go. Yep, there's the stagger. Yup. Not terrible. I'm not talking much because there's a plane overhead. That was fucking flawless. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Nice. All right, that was a good turn. I appreciated that. Yes, get some health back. And we can start getting ego cards. Amazing. Not even sure we're necessarily going to need these. We'll get to Capo because that's fun. It's very fun. I like being able to inflict misery on other people for a change. Oh my god, May actually has cards. I don't believe it. So we can absolutely brutalize Pillip. Unfortunately, Eileen has gotten bored and has decided she wants to be a nuisance now. And Caroline cannot deal with it. Caroline can't deal with that at all. Okay, plan for this turn then, because Caroline is not gonna succeed at stopping that with 2 Grace the Grasses and Will of the City. Here's the plan. First of all, she's gonna use DeCapo. Because fuck them all, I guess. Everyone else's job is going to be to keep attacks off of Caroline because she'll probably stagger. I get a distinct impression that Netzek also will not succeed at this, although the bonuses do make it possible. I don't fancy Mio's chances, but Celestial Spear can, quote-unquote, do it. It's the best chance she's got. The Shoving Stab should absolutely deal with tackle mounts, that should be fine. And then, I'm pretty sure Pillup's gonna die this turn, so let's start leaning in on Greta, because she's a huge fucking problem. Yeah, do all that and stuff. You hear her in the side. That's your moment thing. Stiletto that shit. And then you've got a bunch of free moves. Prod the weakness on that. And then frontal assault on her and start whittling her down a bit. This is gonna be a turn. Oh yeah, movement. What? I forgot about this. I forgot we were doing this. Oh yeah, that's just gonna kill Pillup. Okay, so a lot of her attacks were wasted. Decent though. Everyone passed. I mean, Caroline physically couldn't because there was no way in hell she was going to reach those numbers. It was not possible, even with the bonuses. Good shit. Oh yeah. Oh, it's all coming together now. Yep. Oh, it's all coming together now. Oh, it is. Oh, it do in fact be and rather. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, they had a shit turn. Oh, that was amazing. Give that to Netzek. His whole thing. Ah, healing. Healing. I just say Netzek's whole thing is one-sided attacks. How does she get immobilized? Oh, I think, yeah, it's the mass attack. That's what a mass attack does, yeah. Don't worry, guys, I know. I've played the video game. Don't worry, I remember. We can kill Greta before music therapy becomes a thing, so we can safely ignore that. They recover 20 HP, that's fine. She won't last long enough to benefit from that. That's a defensive card, can be ignored. That can be contested. It's finally coming together. I don't fucking believe it. I almost refuse to. Throw a little Psychic Rare to make sure she goes down, and then the rest of it can go in on Eileen. Oh, it's going to be such a satisfying turn. Guys, we're doing all right, actually. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. I scarce fucking believe it, but we're doing all right. What's all this then? Big trouble. Probably could have done with leaning in a bit more on Greta, I think. There's a stagger. Sucks for you, music boy. Or girl. Music them. I kind of forgot how that would work. It's fine. Right, well, unless I'm horrifically wrong, that should be game, set, match. That's one of them dead. Greta is durable. They are dead now. I think Greta will get a hit in because I didn't... Actually, no, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that did it. Okay, right. We won the first round and didn't even lose anyone. That's unusual. That's not what I was expecting. That went better than I could have dreamed. Okay, this is actually a decent team. Holy shit. Let's see how far they can go. Come on, lads. Now, of course, they're not getting their emotion coins anymore, or at least most of them aren't, which means light restoration is going to be an issue. But on the other hand, I think they can do all right. I really wish Caroline would draw concentration on the first turn, but God bless her, she won't. absolutely refuses. That's easily dealt with. It just needs to be, you know, dealt with. Well, the thing that will make sure that Netzek is fine is if he gets to land one-sided attacks, which is it is a little bit difficult against these guys to actually make that happen. It's going to be an awkward turn, that's for sure. Of course you rolled a 10. Max roll, of course you did. Why wouldn't you roll max straight away? God damn you. That works out, I suppose. That works. That works. That works. Yes, fuck you. That's good. That works out. That was fine. Hey, it was pretty good. And you hit them, and you keep hitting them. And more hit. That was a lot of damage, actually, for Brace Up. Netzek literally doesn't care. I was hoping you'd land that hit. I was really hoping. There we go. So you can have your protection next turn. And you can slow down Tanya. Okay. Now the friends are here and the music's shit. It's Miss Mermaid and Mr. Knife! Hooray! yeah, I love those guys. Oh, wow. Ooh, oh my god. Alright, yeah, because of the thing. Yeah, the red strings. That always surprises me when I see the fucking speed die afterwards. Well, literally, who's a better contestant for beatdown than Netzek? Let's be real. Problem with this fight is that it's a fucking mess. Like, even here, visually, you can tell that this is not well designed because you got the fucking speed die overlapping. And yeah, it doesn't matter that much, but when it gets to fights like this, it really does just become a bunch of visual noise. Now, part of the problem here is that, you know, Mio has red strings, but nothing to use it against. Like, you're supposed to use it against beatdown to get it destroyed. But we can't do that. What she can do, though, is get rid of some of these ranged attacks. She's quite good at that. Boost Pierce Dice Power by +1 for this scene. Yeah, do that first. Deal with Casual Toss, because you can. And then, yeah, just fucking go to town on them, I suppose. Taste Test on them. Gale Kick on them. Any more ranged cards? Oh, you know there are. That's fine, use Ammunition and pop Tanya in the side. That's what she gets for being stupid. So many fucking cards coming out. Can you guys fuck off for a minute? I want to get rid of red strings because the extra stagger damage to Jehon is very useful. I also want to kill those two because the extra stagger damage to Oswald will be great. Between the two of them, that's 140 stagger damage. That's a lot. Okay, so she's getting two power down, but I reckon the speed bonus will help her break through that. Same with that. A lot of speed bonuses going on, that should help. And then hit them in the side with concentration so we can gain more energy quickly. You gotta try, Squire! You just have to. That can be ignored, and it will be. You've got a lot of counter die. We might be able to focus on taking down Mr. Knife this turn. We might be able to do that. That might be possible. Yeah, but part of my brilliant plan, I suppose, is to just have Netzek go in on them as well. And also provide everyone with protection, which would be very helpful. I don't want to use up all the cards in everyone's hand each turn because they're very limited now. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah, although she really should have rolled higher than that, to be honest, but whatever. The bleed came in clutch there, did a lot for us. Go on, yes. Marvelous, fantastic. Take that, you stupid knife. Yes, yes, good enough. Marvelous. Amazing. Probably shouldn't have worked, but it did. That's fine. That's what we wanted. Netzek barely even... Oh, come on. That went very well. That also went amazingly. Yes. Yes. Yeah, good. Brilliant. Fantastic. There we go. Nice big stagger. Marvelous. That actually went really well. I'm kind of surprised. Fervent adoration. Yes. Fragments from somewhere as well. Yes, please. Yes, this is what we need. Okay, can we get rid of the screen effects? Because that's fucking awful. Well, I know what they're going for, but also, what the fuck were you thinking? It looks terrible! And combined with the music being all over the place, because it has to play the fucking carnival theme over it. It's such a fucking mess, and I bet my recording software hates it. I bet this looks awful on YouTube. YouTube compression will not like this. Do I care? Not really. Alright, we need to intercept Beatdown. As long as we don't interrupt Jaehon, Miss Mermaid will just die. You remember how I was just complaining about, like, oh man, there's just so much fucking visual noise. It's just got a lot worse. Welcome to your Sod's core suppression. I hope you don't suffer from eye strain. We are getting concentration. Yeah, we're getting the charge bonuses now. Very good. All right, but I still want to make sure Mr. Knife dies. Jaehon will kill Ms. Mermaid, and that works out. Both of their deaths, 140 stagger damage to Oswald, which will be massive. All the red strings shit is also doing damage, or stagger damage to Jaehon, so that's brilliant. Love that. Love that for us. Reckon concentrated fire can take care of fisticuffs. Yeah, we got something going. That's all she can do this turn, but that's fine. I'll tell you what, May's doing brilliant. These wacky fucking Gloria builds work. Like, especially combined with Oswald, the Gloria-Oswald combination fucking works. Consistently, which shocks me. There was one thing I was expecting from those builds, it was not consistency. But here we fucking are. Actually, hang on, that's a ranged attack. Oh, she's hit him with a little bit of a Celestial Spear. Fuck him up, yeah. Artorias is gaining bonuses and will cause Tanya's defensive die to be weaker and will probably also break some of them. So, go in. Artorias needs more light gain, my god. I'm noticing things that I can work on, you know? I'm noticing things, but at the very least, this shit is working. Which, like I said, surprises the hell out of me. And do a great swing. Then forward march. And brace up. We'll do a lot of damage to Tanya. Those two should be dead. No one cares about Jaehon right now. I just want to make sure that Da Capo isn't getting rid of Beatdown. No, Beatdown, and it wouldn't beat Beatdown anyway, but Beatdown is still going to the correct target, which is one of the more important things here. Okay, yeah, this should work out. Good. Marvelous. Fucking marvelous. Actually fantastic. Can we please get that shit off screen? It is just the worst. That went amazingly. No chance. Fuck you. Excellent. Exactly what we wanted. That went well. That went well. Surprised. Good. Yeah. And then just start leaning in and slowing her down as well. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got nothing. Can we have the screen back to normal, please? Oh, my God, thank... No! But they are still targeting each other. You're using Climax. And some of us don't have any light. Shit! Oh, no. It's really hard to read with the screen like this. Pitch black pole. Oh my god, she's gonna eviscerate Jaehon. Oh, that's perfect. I've got an idea as well. What I've got is an idea, right? If we can stagger Oswald before he does his mass attack, then he's gonna feel very stupid. As it turns out, Fragments from Somewhere does like 10 stagger damage per hit for a total of 30 extra stagger damage, which happens to be more stagger than he has. That's not a mass attack. Shit. I thought I was so slick. Okay. I was like, guys, sit down and allow me to tell you my plan. You won't believe how ridiculously intelligent it is. No. It's okay. There will still be some value to using that, though. It's just not yet. Oh my god, I hate this effect so much. I'm never using this fucking ego page again. It was so useful. Like, it's come in so clutch. I'm never using it again, though, because it looks fucking awful. Caroline, you have to try and survive, and that is literally your only option. Good fucking luck. You, I'm not so concerned about. Reckon you'll be alright. This don't look great. Yeah, this looks especially bad, actually. But she's got relatively decent health. What does this actually do? Okay, it can either provide a buff or a debuff, but it also applies stagger damage. Which means Caroline will probably stagger when she fails, because let's face it, she probably will. But it'll have to be okay. Artorias won't beat that. Next turn is going to be very fucking weird. May's doing alright, so just keep it off of Artorias, because he's going to need a minute. Tanya is going to kick the fucking crap out of him. As for you, I doubt that you're actually going to get to axe this turn, because I think you're just going to get staggered. But if you don't... do as much as you can to Oswald, because if we can kill Oswald, we'll be in a good position. You also try this. I imagine you'll probably get staggered. See what happens. That went better than I thought. Oh no! Artorias! Oh, I didn't think it would kill him. There we go, there's the stagger. That was a lot of damage. It's a good fucking start. May is absolutely killing it. Jayon is having a horrible time. Oswald is also having a horrible time. This fills me with joy. That went alright. More hits. Oh, we can totally kill Oswald next turn. That went pretty well. Oh, he's decided he doesn't want to take any more damage. What a fucking loser. Oh boy. Oh god, why can't he take more damage? Why does the game have to be like, no, you beat him too quickly. Oh my god, the screen's back to normal. I fucking love it. Okay, what's your fucking deal? Cannot lose more than 50% of max HP in a single scene. Fine. I'm sure we can hit him with our leftover attacks. I'm sure we'll have something. Like, not even ammunition, sadly, but we just need to contest these, and then... or do we have any mass attack? No, they're all 6 cost. Too expensive. I want to kill him this turn. I do not want him coming back and messing around. Now we face the problem of dwindling resources. We just don't have enough to do stuff. But Netzik can do the thing he's supposed to do, which is hit people in the back. So give that a try and block that. Energy cycle Oswald. At least use your speed bonus to deal with them. You're gonna take that and that sucks. Netzik will take that and it's fine. That doesn't matter. Okay, so all of Mio's attacks can go in on Oswald then to make sure he dies. He can't lose more than 50% per round, and he has less than 50%. So, by all rights, this should kill him. Do we have any more attacks? None. Okay. Please kill him. Please kill him. Please kill him. Nice. Good. Not great, but she's fine. Hey, good. A little deflect. Oh, come on. No, he's locked, but... oh. I hate this game. I hate this game. It's garbage. I should just go play the mod again. I prefer the mod. I prefer the modded Slay the Spire. Why would I ever play this game? It sucks. So it's just terror. Ah, it's just terrible. Ah, it's just terrible. So what did I actually miss? I don't know. I guess I'm just misunderstanding it, but whatever, it's fine. We need you, you know. I don't like that. You're using beatdown. Red strings is really expensive, though. You could do it, but fuck, are you running out of health? So here's what's going to need to happen. You're going to need to intercept beatdown. Then we're going to need to intercept We Need You, you know, to make sure that she doesn't get staggered, she doesn't get taken over. Yeah, we need to intercept that, which we can totally do. It's not a problem. Dealt with. Okay, right. Even though the game is like, don't want you to win, actually, I'm gonna win anyway, because this game's garbage. So how can I possibly lose? Game's not garbage. I'm just making jokes. You know me. I make jokes. I like to make jokes. Jokes are funny. She could get in some one-sided attacks before the beatdown happens, but she cannot get staggered. She cannot get... If she gets staggered, she's dead. D-E-D, dead. 100%. So it can't happen. It cannot. Putting my foot down. All these librarian kids wandering around like, I can't wait to get absolutely bodied in a fight. And I'm like, no. No getting bodied. No. Caroline, you've got Mio's prowess, and you've got +1 strength. Yeah. You can deal with that. And if you can't, I guess I'll just start crying. You know, that thing I keep threatening to do? Here it comes. Here come the tears. The tears are coming. You have no idea how many tears there will be. But they'll be there, they'll be here, they'll be real. It's gonna happen. Oh boy, the tears. Foreman's getting upset. No more from Caroline, because I feel like she'll end up having to deal with the block die that aren't being used, and then she'll just get staggered. And she's gonna get staggered by beatdown, 100%. But she needs to not be staggered before then. That is the key point. She is providing bonuses at the moment. She can't die. That's something. Good, good, good. Big kick. Another big hit. That was also very good. Nice. Very nice. Sublime. Lots of damage. That went exactly as intended. None of that was surprising. That's... I wasn't keeping track of Mio's stagger. Oh. Some damage. Okay, so who's two people staggered right now. Okay. Not brilliant. Not brilliant. Not brilliant. Not the best. Are you using a mass attack? No. Neither are you. Neither are you. Okay. In one scenes, if 2 or more characters have this status, they die, and an MX Bunny has spawned. Does anyone else have it? No? Okay, good. We're fine. All right, yeah, okay, I can ignore it then. All right, wonderful. Cool. All right. So we're not going to accidentally summon a terrifying monstrosity for the enemy to use. Okay, wonderful. You deal with Tanya. In fact, extra special deal with her. Or maybe not, actually. So all of those attacks are dealt with. Okay, so now there are a fuck ton of attacks coming in on Caroline. I think her time might be up. At the very least, May isn't suffering fragile this turn. Okay, so the only thing coming through on you is that, which is okay. What's coming in on you will be removed by that, so that's okay. All right, you hit them. That's what I got. I didn't notice that. Ugh. That went amazingly. That went all right. Yes, the stagger. Yes, the stagger. The stagger. Kill her. Kill her now. That went pretty good. Good. Less good, but he's okay. Okay. We got our friends back. And they're about to lose a friend. You're using climb hacks. You're using climax. I wish you wouldn't. Oh no. We're just scrabbling on whatever we can to try and keep them alive. I think those two are fucked. I think the time has come. Oh boy. Especially since you're a singular strike character and you're going for the bullseye. Now's the time. It's now or never. Make sure Tanya dies. If Tanya dies, he will take stagger damage, which won't actually do much because he has a fuck ton, but it will help. I need, Mio, I'm giving you the fucking target, right? You line them up in your scope. I need you to take out that fox lady. Wolf dog, whatever the fuck she is, she needs to go. Fucking double tap. Pat, pat. I never even heard of no dog lady. You hear what I'm saying? Wink, wink. If there was a dog lady, she would need to be dealt with. Wink, wink. Wink. Removed. Wink, wink. Shot in the head with a high-powered sniper rifle. Wink, wink. Am I being too subtle? Maybe Dagger Press can save her again. I don't know. We'll see. She's gaining 1 strength and 1 endurance, so she's gaining +3, which is solid. I think the speed... I don't know if the speed difference bonus will take place. I assume it does, but I don't actually know. You're using not a chance. No one cares. Actually, no one cares. You've got your mass attack, Clasher, and we can still use you to take hits that we don't want anyone else to take. One of our biggest things now is going to be getting rid of Oswald. Jaehon by himself is pathetic, and we can deal with him. Come on! No! Both of them failed! Oh, shit! That's worse than I thought. I don't think Tanya's going to die this turn now. This was a bad turn. How is he not dead? There we go. Fucking hell. Okay, Tanya's not dead, and now she gains a bonus because an ally died. Or not. Doesn't she gain a bonus? If there are no other allies present. Okay, so 1 dead isn't so bad. She needs to be dealt with, though. And we're very slow this turn as well. I have noticed this. Oh, cool. You're using a mass individual. Fucking... It's just brilliant that you would do that, yeah. Double-edged rend counter isn't going to kill. Neither is that, and that's assuming they get past their counter die as well. This, we might have pushed this far. Ah, Beyond failed. Okay, that one succeeded. We may have pushed this as far as we can go. We may, youch. We may have pushed it as far as it'll go. Ah. Netzik, you're doing great, buddy. Hang in there. May, you're doing great. That's good. He got some health back. I think he lost more due to bleed, though. That's good. That's nice. That's lovely. Netzik's dead. Okay, May. Let me tell you, buddy. Why are you acting without my volition? Manipulated flesh? Puppetry? Okay. That doesn't cost anything, so I don't actually mind. Ah, buddy. Let me tell you. I'm very impressed. You've done a fantastic job. Like, I'm actually really impressed. Good fucking show. Well played, lads. You know, solid performances all around. Very impressed. But it's time to put up the chairs. We're done here. Wasn't really expecting that to win. I was just kind of hoping. Yeah. Valiant effort, right? May, absolute MVP for that fight. Very good. Genuinely pleased. They did fantastically. That is a solid team. Very, very, very solid team. Netzik works precisely as intended. He lasted an incredibly long time. The only reason it started to fall apart even, was simply because he ran out of allies. Like, and that was kind of the end of it. That is how that is. Light was definitely an issue across all of the team, but it is worth pointing out that the longer form fights in this game need to be prepped for specifically, I think. I could be wrong on this, but I feel like there's a difference between prepping for, say, I don't know, Hana Association, like against the 2 fights in Hana Association, and prepping for, you know, Distorted Ensemble or Black Silence, right? Like, with the Hana Association, something like this would work marvelously because you're probably going to trounce them before you reach your peak and then start going rapidly downhill and running out of light and stuff like that. Like, you're probably doing well enough. Against Destroyed Ensemble, of course, the fight goes on for so long, the enemy's very durable and there's multiple of them, that eventually you're just going to be running out of resources. So I would need to build these guys more towards having light for those purposes. Netzik, I'm not going to say that this is perfect because I'm not that naive, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. His whole combat style worked perfectly. He just kept going forwards and he kept regenerating and he kept taking hits. It went great. Ready Up slowed down the process at which the rest of the team died. Harp increased his own survivability. Bit on page draw, you know, like, I don't really have any complaints about this. Like I said before, and it remained the case, his only weakness was counter die, because that was the perfect thing to counteract his one-sided attack approach. Other than that, this works precisely as intended. Caroline, quite happy with, to be honest. When she got going, and she did very well. My only thing that I think I'd change is overspeed. This doesn't need to be in here. I don't think I ever used it properly. Like, forgive me if I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure I just didn't fucking use it. And it's too expensive anyway, so yeah, I'd get rid of that. Savage mode would probably be the better choice, but I just didn't see it fitting with the character, to be honest. But what would I replace this with instead? Like, get rid of overspeed, maybe Godspeed? But having to get speed to 7 or higher means that this would not be a useful attack until later in the fight. She's not Singleton, so... Then again, Dagger Press only gains power from, like, you know, Mio's prowess. Not inherently from having more speed. I was thinking maybe have another Dagger Press, but get rid of that. Let's look into light gain, because light gain was an issue. Is there something we could work with? Bearing in mind she does need to clash. So, like, you know, energy cycle wouldn't be a great idea. Although it would probably do fine once she's got Commander and Mio's prowess going, and the bind from Artorias, but I don't know. See, Mend Weapon's not great light regain because you spend exactly as much as you restore, which is alright, that's not terrible. But I do prefer the light regain options where you gain more than you lose. Maybe Class and Respect, but I've got to be honest, the reason I'd want that is just because I'm biased. I really like the card. But maybe Class and Respect, just a little bit of extra light restore. It's a solid clasher, and on hit it would inflict bleed, which helps to end the fight quicker. It's still only +1 light, and it can't be used when she's completely run out. That would be what Graze the Grass is for, surely. But of course, Graze the Grass is a absolutely crap clasher, unless you have the bonuses to back it up. I'll stick with Class and Respect for now, just because really anything other than Overspeed would have been useful. So, but yeah, there might be a better way to play that. But Caroline, I was happy with. She performed well. She definitely performed well. When she got to do what she wanted to do, she did great, and she buffed the whole team. And thanks to Bionic Charge Synchronized Hull, she was durable. She was also fast, so she had more opportunity to pick her engagements. I was overall happy with that. Artorias, yeah, I was happy. Honestly, he did very well. This isn't a particularly complicated build. The only thing that's mildly complex about it, and that's very mildly, is the fact that he's intended to be used alongside Caroline to inflict bind so that she can more easily capitalize on targets. And it did work at times. It definitely did. Lots of attacks means more damage. Seize Your Chance is a bit iffy. I don't think that was particularly useful because, I don't know, it just wasn't particularly useful. Not a brilliant clasher. It becomes a good clasher if you've already used Seize Your Chance to gain the endurance to buff those defensive die to then make it more powerful. But otherwise, probably not the best thing I could have had in here. Like, are there any other bind options here that I could go for, perhaps? Bearing in mind, this is a 2 cost. Not actually that many bind cards, huh? I always thought there were more, but there's actually not that many. Another Feint might have been a better choice. Potentially. And it saves light as well, because he does have a 4 cost, so maybe 2... Oh no, but he's Singleton. Yeah, he's Singleton, so... God, that was close. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Gap Attack, perhaps? It's not great, but it's free. I'll switch that back to CZ chance for now because it worked, so no sense tweaking it too much. But yeah, I do wonder. Mio, honestly, she did great. Like, bearing in mind that A, she's a singular strike build, so they're inherently flawed in their own way and only useful in very specific circumstances, combined with the fact that this is leaning into that horrible sniper build I made like 2 years ago, which I did purely because I like it. This went quite well. This was pretty good, actually, and that's because it didn't play like a sniper at all. Although it kinda did, because it played into a sniper who, instead of what I did before in which they lay down consistent fire, this was a sniper build that waited for the right moment. Now, in the second fight, we did get that right moment, but it failed because, you know, the mass attack beat going for the bullseye, which I did consider to be a very real risk because it's a 6-20. Even with all of her bonuses, like, that goes up to about 10 to, you know, 24 or whatever. But the point is, the low end is pretty fucking low, so it's not intended to be mass attack contention at all. It was just, that was the situation I was in. But if that had landed, I reckon we would have won that fight, to be honest. If those two had succeeded, or at least if she had succeeded in her mass attack contention with going for bullseye, I reckon we would have won. I'm happy with her. Mend weapon works surprisingly well. Taste test is very good for her as well. For a singular strike pierce build, very good card. Shoving stab, gale kick. I love these cards and they did great. Happy with her. May is 100% the MVP. He performed admirably. This worked really well, which I'm shocked by. I imagine Commander had something to do with it. And, you know, maybe we got lucky with Madness at some points. I don't know. I can't remember what he got every other turn, but I imagine that probably came into play. But, yeah, nah. Locks potential, splendid performance, loads of cards with 3 different die. It's a good fucking thing to run. It will deal with most things. And funnily enough, I predicted that May would probably run out of light before anyone else. He was one of the last to run out of light, which is weird. He did eventually, but, you know, hard rehearsal restores 2, and that's pretty good. Hard rehearsal, I'm not sure I'd keep, though. Might be something, I don't know. It's hard to find cards in this game that have 3 different die. Not impossible, but there are certainly a limited amount of them. Like, for instance, I don't know, we had Sturdy Defense. Bearing in mind this is Singleton as well, so they all need to be different die, obviously. Knockback could have been an option. But I think I wanted something with light regain, and that's why I went with that. I do once again, of course, acknowledge the fact that, you know, using fucking, like, what is that, Urban Plague? Yeah, Urban Plague cards at the end of the game, and yet it still worked, because his bonuses were good enough. I don't know who I necessarily removed to make this happen, because frankly, I'm really happy with how all of them performed. But if this team had a Mirene in it, properly set up, there'd be no stopping them at all. In the grand scheme of things, I'd say if there was a character here to turn into a Mirene character, if we're speaking purely pragmatically, Netzik. Absolutely Netzik. This works perfectly, was not necessarily the best contribution to the overall team, though. It worked great for Netzik, but it does require enemies to be targeting him specifically, and it does require enemies to not have counters. So, pragmatically, really, replace Netzik's deck with a Mirene one, and we'd be singing. But this went well. This is our first, I would say, genuine, no-holds-barred success, with the other exception being perhaps History, because I was really happy with how History turned out. I guess General Works went pretty well, actually, to be fair, but yeah, no, rare, because we one and done this. We didn't have to make any alterations. First try, actually did it. I'm shocked. But that's all from me for today, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be the floor of natural sciences, and this is a floor full of fucking rock stars, so I'm curious as to how that will do. This and language are just rock star floors. These are just floors filled with people who are like, I'll fucking do whatever the fuck I feel like, and I think that'll be quite fun. Looking forward to doing those, but that's then, this is now. Ladies and gentlemen, Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to our members and patrons, Cryolytic, Abyssal Angie, Grand Captain General Peace, Meatbag Beanbag Turtle, Malignant Humor, Zanael, Cuds, Kana Samaria, Poe, Porkchop Lebrecht, Scrubby Doo, Lifesteal, Mega Mr. Z-Man, Unclever Name, Lumen, Summer Cat, Flanny, Painter Dragoon, Lila Hexile, Lip Potatoes, Proxy, Caminera, Moa, Heartland, Harak J, Dresso, Sion Distance, Lol, Etherbin, Linky, Zeon, Cedar, Bimbwart, Majoko, Maimu, Naokia, Honeydew, Sweet Baby Red, Jess Kissy, Plutonian Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Slap Lullaby, K-Bub, Match Cal, Frostbite, Monsoon, SP1068, Namead, and KDC800 for supporting me on YouTube and Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. This was a good one. It was fucking stressful because at any point it could have gone from going well to going really fucking poorly in both fights, but it did actually go well. The team was actually a success, and I'm pleased. That's rare. Next time, Flora Natural Sciences. If you have an idea of what you think, how you think Tiff should fight, then let me know, because I've actually really appreciated getting those comments because it provides me a bit of context. Like, it wasn't so bad with, say, Hod or Malkuth figuring out how they should fight, but Yesod and Netzak, I was at a complete loss. I was not sure what to do with them, and I think the suggestions I've provided go as fucking lore and fluff heavy as you like, because that's kind of the fun of it, and whatever happens next time, I hope I see you there. Doodles, goodbye.